Hello, my name is Jimmy, and today I'm going to talk to you about photosynthesis. In a nutshell, photosynthesis is the process of plants absorbing energy from the sun. Ultimately, all energy to sustain life on Earth comes from the sun. Light is actually energy, electromagnetic energy to be exact. When that energy gets to a green plant, all sorts of reactions can take place to store energy in the form of sugar molecules. Visible light is just one tiny slice of the larger electromagnetic spectrum. Photosynthesis processes occur in the leaves of plants, more specifically inside the chloroplast. Carbon dioxide and oxygen gas enter and exit the leaves through pores called stomata. Some people refer to the chloroplast as a photosynthetic machine. They are not wrong! Unlike respiration, where some of the steps occur outside of the mitochondrion, all of the photosynthetic processes occur within the chloroplast. The overall equation of photosynthesis is right on your screen. And it's basically the reverse reaction of cellular respiration in terms of reactants and products, except that it requires sunlight energy, which cellular respiration doesn't require. Photosynthesis is an anabolic, endergonic process, where water is oxidized and carbon dioxide is reduced. Photosynthesis is an anabolic process and occurs mostly in autotrophs because it does not require glucose. The photosynthetic process is divided into two types of reactions, the light-dependent reactions and the light-independent reaction, called the Calvin cycle. Let's begin with the light-dependent reaction. It's labeled as light-dependent because the light provides the energy required for this reaction to occur. It's all related to physics and chemistry, really, because, let's be real, biology is not a real science. Light-dependent reactions consist of photosystem 2 and photosystem 1. Photosystems are complexes of protein and pigment molecules that are embedded in the thylakoid membrane. Incoming photons are directed into the reaction center, where chlorophyll alpha molecules produce excited electrons, which are transferred to an electron transport chain. The two photosystems absorb light energy through proteins containing pigments such as chlorophyll. The light-dependent reactions begin in photosystem 2. In PS2, energy from sunlight is used to split water, which releases 2 electrons, 2 hydrogen atoms, and 1 oxygen atom. When a chlorophyll A molecule within the reaction center of PS2 absorbs a photon, the electron in this molecule attains a higher energy level. Because the state of an electron is very unstable, the electron is transferred to another molecule, creating a chain of redox reactions called an electron transport chain. The electron flow goes from PS2 to PS1. As electrons move between these two photosystems, they lose energy. Because the electrons have lost energy prior to their arrival at PS1, they must be re-energized by PS1. Therefore, another photon is absorbed by the PS1 antenna. That energy is transmitted to the PS1 reaction center. This reaction center, known as P700, is oxidized and sends a high-energy electron to reduce NADP+ to NADPH. 2 NADPH and 3 ATP are the final products of light-dependent reactions which supply energy for the light-independent reactions. Here's the full equation for the light-dependent reaction. The next step is the light-independent reactions. This reaction occurs in the stroma, or cytosol-like region of the chloroplast. 3 carbon dioxide molecules are combined with 3 ribulose biphosphate, or RUBP molecules, to produce 3 molecules of an unstable 6-carbon compound. This process is called carbon fixation. The 3 RUBPs and the 3 carbons are catalyzed by the enzyme ribisco. Then, the 6 carbon molecules formed by carbon dioxide fixation each split into 2 3-carbon molecules called phosphoglycerates or PGAs. The PGAs are then reduced to form glyceraldehyde 3-phosphates or G3Ps. The G3P molecules also have 3 carbon atoms each. This reaction requires energy from ATP and the electrons from NADPH that were synthesized in the light-dependent reactions. 2 of the G3Ps leave the Calvin cycle and form 1 molecule of sugar phosphate. The other 10 molecules of G3P use energy from ATP to become RUBP, and the cycle begins again. The final products of light-independent reactions are carbon dioxide, energy in the form of ATP, and glucose.